Have you ever trusted someone only to find out they weren't the person you thought they were? What if I told you that by understanding the philosophy of Stoicism, you could avoid these betrayals? Stay with us as we unravel the secrets of trust and respect through the lens of ancient wisdom. In our modern world, discerning the right people to trust and respect can be as puzzling as deciphering an uncharted map. Stoicism, a philosophy founded in ancient Greece, offers timeless guidance that helps us identify those who may not deserve our trust or respect. By the end of this video, you'll be armed with the insights needed to navigate the complexities of human relationships with clarity and wisdom. So sit tight, because this journey through Stoicism could change the way you see the people around you. The manipulator is perhaps one of the most cunning types of individuals you might encounter. These people possess a remarkable ability to twist emotions and situations in their favor, often leaving those around them feeling bewildered and at fault. One of their key traits is their ability to charm and persuade, leading people to believe that their intentions are sincere. However, their ultimate goal is self-serving, and they will stop at nothing to get what they want. Manipulators often use guilt, fear, or flattery as tools to manipulate emotions. They might play the victim to extract sympathy or fabricate stories to distort the truth, creating a scenario where they appear as the only reliable narrator. Stoicism warns us against trusting manipulators because they threaten the stability of our inner peace. This ancient wisdom teaches us to remain vigilant and composed, recognizing these tactics without giving in to them. A true Stoic maintains emotional detachment, avoiding the pitfalls laid by such individuals, and keeps their sense of self intact. By practicing discernment and self-awareness, we protect ourselves from being ensnared by a manipulator's web of deceit. This wisdom not only safeguards our tranquility, but also reinforces a Stoic's commitment to living authentically. Spotting manipulative tactics involves keen observation and an understanding of certain behaviors that may manipulate emotions or distort perceptions. One common tactic is gaslighting, where manipulators twist reality, making you doubt your perceptions. They might frequently shift blame, never taking responsibility for their actions, which can leave you constantly feeling guilty or in error. Another tool they use is guilt tripping, leveraging past experiences to manipulate your emotions and control your decisions. They might also isolate you from sources of support, making it difficult for you to receive alternative perspectives. To recognize these tactics, pay attention to your emotional responses. If interactions consistently leave you feeling confused or inadequate, consider whether you're dealing with manipulation. Stoicism teaches us to remain calm and composed in such situations. By practicing detachment, we can objectively assess the situation without getting emotionally entangled. It encourages us to focus on facts rather than emotions and to seek clarity by questioning our assumptions and the narratives presented to us. This philosophical grounding helps maintain our inner peace, ensuring we don't lose ourselves in the chaos created by manipulators. By being steadfast in truth and unwavering in our values, we fortify our mental defenses, promoting a life aligned with authenticity and integrity. The chronic liar is another type of person that can be particularly challenging in relationships. These individuals have a propensity to bend the truth, often weaving elaborate tales that distort reality for their gain. One of their most distinctive traits is the ease with which they craft false narratives, seamlessly blending lies with elements of truth to make their stories more believable. This ability to deceive can significantly erode trust, as it becomes increasingly difficult to differentiate fact from fiction when dealing with a chronic liar. They might justify their lies by claiming to protect others from harm or discomfort, yet the underlying motive is usually self-serving. The continuous pattern of deceit not only undermines the foundation of trust within relationships, but also breeds an environment of suspicion and doubt. Stoicism offers profound insights into why such individuals should be approached with caution. Chronic liars disrupt the natural harmony and authenticity needed for genuine connections, leaving behind a trail of broken trust and unmet expectations. The Stoic philosophy emphasizes the importance of truth and authenticity, as they are fundamental to living a virtuous life. By aligning oneself with the truth, a Stoic seeks to cultivate relationships built on honesty and mutual respect rather than deception. Therefore, recognizing the patterns of a chronic liar becomes essential to preserving one's peace of mind and maintaining integrity in one's interactions. Through the lens of Stoicism, we learn to value honesty and transparency, steering clear of those who routinely compromise these essential virtues. The Stoic approach to lies teaches us an invaluable lesson in handling deceit with grace and wisdom. Stoicism guides us to confront lies by first acknowledging that we do not control the actions of others, only our reactions to them. This is a profound teaching because it allows us to focus on maintaining our composure, regardless of the deceit we encounter. When faced with lies, a Stoic refrains from responding with anger or retaliation. Instead, they seek to understand the reasoning behind the deceit, often viewing it as a reflection of someone's character rather than a personal affront. This perspective helps us remain grounded and less affected by the dishonesty around us. Stoicism also encourages us to use discernment in our relationships, choosing to engage with those who demonstrate genuine honesty and integrity. By aligning ourselves with individuals who embody these values, we create a supportive environment that fosters truth and trust. Additionally, Stoicism teaches us to embody truthfulness in our own actions, serving as a beacon of honesty in a world where deceit can easily prevail. This commitment to truth strengthens our character and serves as an example to others, promoting a culture of honesty that can gradually influence the people around us. In practicing these Stoic principles, we not only protect our peace of mind but also cultivate a life centered around authenticity and trust. This approach to lies reminds us of the power we hold in shaping our interactions and the importance of staying true to our values in every encounter. The narcissist is a profoundly self-centered individual, often characterized by an insatiable appetite for admiration and recognition. These individuals typically place their own needs and desires above all else, frequently neglecting the feelings and trust of those around them. Narcissists thrive on attention and validation, often going to great lengths to maintain an image that elicits admiration. Their interactions are commonly rooted in a desire to boost their own self-esteem rather than to forge meaningful connections. Entrusting a narcissist can be particularly perilous as their priority is their own self-interest, making them unreliable confidants. In their quest for approval, narcissists may manipulate situations to cast themselves in the best light, often disregarding the impact of their actions on others. They tend to lack empathy, failing to acknowledge or appreciate the emotions and perspectives of those around them. This disregard can lead to broken promises and unmet expectations, ultimately eroding trust. Stoicism advises caution in dealing with narcissists, as their self-absorbed nature can disrupt one's peace of mind and emotional stability. By staying alert to these traits, we can better navigate relationships with narcissists, maintaining our emotional resilience and safeguarding our inner tranquility. Managing narcissists with Stoic wisdom is crucial for maintaining your emotional well-being. The first strategy is to practice detachment. Stoicism teaches us to separate our emotions from the actions of others, understanding that we can control our reactions, but not the behavior of the narcissist. By emotionally distancing ourselves, we prevent their self-centered actions from affecting our inner peace. Another key Stoic strategy is to clearly set boundaries. Narcissists often push limits to serve their own needs, but a Stoic recognizes the importance of defining personal limits and enforcing them with calm assertiveness. This ensures that the narcissist's demands do not encroach upon your well-being. Stoicism also suggests fostering indifference towards trivial provocations. By focusing only on what truly matters to you and ignoring superficial slights, you can maintain your composure and prevent unnecessary drama. Finally, cultivating empathy, not for the narcissist's behavior, but for their underlying insecurities, can provide perspective. Stoicism reminds us that everyone is subject to personal struggles, even if they manifest in harmful ways. Such empathy can protect us from taking the narcissist's actions personally while reinforcing our resilience. Through these Stoic strategies, we fortify ourselves against the disruptive influences of narcissistic behavior, preserving our mental clarity and emotional stability. This approach not only protects us but also upholds the Stoic values of wisdom and tranquility in our interactions. The gossip is a character who thrives on spreading rumors and misinformation. These individuals often revel in sharing stories that are not their own, creating a web of half-truths and distortions that can harm relationships and reputations. Gossipers typically have motivations that stem from a desire for attention or an attempt to elevate their own status by belittling others. They find satisfaction in being the source of new information, regardless of its veracity, and often ignore the consequences of their actions on those involved. The act of gossiping itself can stem from a deep-seated insecurity, as gossipers may seek to divert attention from their shortcomings or insecurities by focusing on the perceived faults of others. Stoicism warns us against respecting the opinions of gossipers due to the harm they can inflict. Gossip often lacks truth, and engaging in it can lead to distorted perceptions and misguided judgments. Respecting the voice of a gossiper might inadvertently validate and perpetuate their negative behavior, which can erode trust and destabilize social harmony. Stoic philosophy encourages us to avoid participating in gossip and to seek the truth through direct and honest communication. By doing so, we cultivate integrity in our interactions and maintain a clear conscience. Embracing Stoicism, we learn to value factual information and respectful dialogue over idle chatter, reinforcing relationships built on sincerity and trust rather than unfounded tales. This practice not only protects our peace but also aligns with the Stoic principles of truthfulness and virtue in all aspects of life. Resisting the allure of gossip through Stoic principles involves a mindful approach to maintaining integrity and fostering meaningful communication. The first Stoic strategy is to remain focused on what is within our control. Gossip often thrives on speculation and hearsay, which are beyond our influence. By concentrating on factual and constructive dialogue, we divert our energy towards positive engagement rather than entertaining baseless chatter. Stoicism also encourages practicing self-reflection before speaking. Before sharing information, consider the necessity and truthfulness of your words. This pause allows you to sift through what is truly valuable to share, fostering a culture of honesty and respect. Another vital principle is to cultivate inner tranquility by not being swayed by the opinions of others. Gossipers seek to provoke reactions or draw attention to themselves. By staying indifferent to such provocations, we safeguard our inner peace and focus on what genuinely matters. Furthermore, Stoicism advises us to surround ourselves with individuals who value integrity and truthfulness. By choosing companions who uphold these principles, we create an environment resistant to the corrosive effects of gossip. Lastly, embrace the Stoic practice of empathy by understanding the underlying insecurities that might drive someone to gossip. This perspective allows us to respond with compassion rather than judgment, reinforcing our commitment to kindness and stability in relationships. These strategies not only help us navigate conversations with grace and wisdom, but also cultivate a life aligned with Stoic values of truth, respect, and virtue. Through this disciplined approach, we fortify ourselves against the distractions of gossip, promoting a community grounded in authenticity and mutual trust. The hypocrite is a fascinating yet deceptive character, one who is able to maintain a facade by saying one thing while doing another. Hypocrites often wear masks of virtue and integrity, projecting an image of sincerity while their actions tell a different story. This dual nature can create a tangled web of confusion and mistrust in those around them. They might preach honesty and reliability, yet their behavior reflects deceit and inconsistency. This contradiction not only undermines their own credibility but also erodes trust within relationships. People find it difficult to rely on a hypocrite, as their words often conflict with their deeds, leaving others feeling betrayed and uncertain. Stoicism teaches us to be wary of such individuals because their inconsistency disrupts the harmony and integrity essential for authentic connections. This ancient philosophy encourages us to seek truth and congruency, focusing on aligning words with deeds. By practicing vigilance and critical observation, we can identify hypocrites and protect our peace of mind from their influence. Through this understanding, we prioritize relationships rooted in authenticity, where trust is built on consistent and reliable actions rather than hollow proclamations. This Stoic insight not only helps in maintaining personal tranquility, but also reinforces the importance of integrity as a foundation for meaningful interactions. The Stoic responses to hypocrisy revolve around cultivating authenticity and integrity, acting as a guiding light through the fog of inconsistency. The first step is practicing self-reflection, a core Stoic principle that encourages us to assess our own actions and ensure our words align with our deeds. By consistently examining ourselves, we avoid the pitfalls of hypocrisy, fostering sincerity in our interactions. Stoicism also emphasizes the importance of living in accordance with nature, which means acting with honesty and virtue, irrespective of external influences. In doing so, we maintain a clear conscience and set an example for others, embodying the values we cherish. Another significant Stoic response is developing resilience against the confusion caused by hypocrites. Stoicism teaches that while we cannot control others' behavior, we can control our response by focusing on our personal growth and maintaining emotional equanimity. This detachment minimizes the impact of hypocrisy on our peace of mind. Stoics also advise us to seek relationships with individuals who exhibit genuine integrity, valuing depth over superficial connections. By surrounding ourselves with honorable people, we create a support network that reinforces our commitment to authenticity. Lastly, practicing empathy allows us to understand the struggles that might lead someone to hypocrisy without condoning their actions. This outlook enables us to respond with compassion, fostering an environment of kindness and understanding. Through these Stoic practices, we prioritize authenticity and integrity, ensuring our relationships are grounded in truth and trust. This steadfast commitment to living virtuously shields us from the disruptions of hypocrisy, promoting a harmonious and meaningful life. The flatterer is one whose words are lavish with compliments, yet their intentions may not align with sincerity. While flattery can initially appear harmless, it often masks ulterior motives that undermine genuine respect. These individuals use excessive praise as a tool to manipulate perceptions, seeking favor or advantage by appealing to vanity. Flattery can distort reality, making it difficult to discern true from false admiration, which in turn erodes the authenticity in relationships. It may lead us to build expectations or perceptions based on insincerity, often resulting in disappointment when actions don't match the words spoken. Stoicism offers a critical lens through which to view flattery. Stoic philosophy values truth and authenticity above all, warning against the seductive charm of flattering words. By focusing on inner virtues rather than external validations, Stoicism encourages us to seek respect that is earned through character and deeds rather than empty praise. A Stoic remains grounded, choosing to value actions that reflect integrity over the transitory thrill of compliments. When faced with flattery, Stoicism advises maintaining a balanced perspective, recognizing that true respect stems from an honest appreciation of one's virtues, not mere words. This approach helps us develop discernment, enabling us to identify genuine respect in our interactions. By adhering to Stoic principles, we cultivate relationships based on truth and mutual respect, steering clear of the pitfalls of flattery. This wisdom not only shields us from the deceptiveness of flattery, but reinforces our commitment to living a life that values authenticity and virtue. Differentiating flattery from genuine praise requires a perceptive understanding of both the intent and context behind the words spoken. Genuine praise is typically rooted in authenticity and arises from a sincere recognition of one's qualities or achievements. It is offered without expectation of personal gain and is usually accompanied by specific examples or thoughtful observations that highlight the truth. This form of praise encourages growth and fosters real connections because it is based on honest appreciation. In contrast, flattery often serves a self-serving agenda. It is characterized by exaggerated or overly broad compliments that lack substance or specificity, aiming to curry favor or manipulate perceptions. Often, flattery is not aligned with reality and can create an atmosphere of mistrust when the underlying motives become apparent. Understanding these distinctions is crucial for maintaining authentic relationships. Stoicism guides us to remain grounded, focusing on cultivating virtues and self-awareness to differentiate between the two. By doing so, we learn to appreciate true praise that aligns with our values while not being swayed by insincere flattery. This discernment helps us maintain clarity and balance, ensuring our interactions are based on genuine respect and truth. Through this Stoic approach, we foster relationships that are built on mutual admiration and authenticity, avoiding the hollow allure of superficial compliments. Embracing these principles fortifies our commitment to sincerity and integrity, reinforcing a life where real praise uplifts and inspires, while flattery finds no fertile ground. The constant complainer is a person who perpetually finds fault in everything, allowing negativity to overshadow the positive aspects of life. This relentless negativity can have a profound impact on those around them, eroding trust and respect over time. Constant complainers tend to focus on problems rather than solutions, and their continuous dissatisfaction can create a draining environment. They often express their grievances without considering the impact of their words on others, leading to strained relationships and diminished mutual respect. This behavior can breed resentment, as it becomes challenging for others to engage with someone who consistently highlights the worst-case scenario. It creates a cycle where positive interactions are overshadowed by persistent negativity, ultimately weakening relational bonds. Stoicism provides invaluable insights into why it is wise to distance oneself from such influences. The philosophy teaches us the importance of maintaining our emotional well-being by not allowing external negativity to disrupt our inner peace. Stoics understand that while we cannot control the behavior of others, we have the power to choose how we respond. By acknowledging the limits of our control, Stoicism advises focusing on nurturing our mental resilience to withstand external challenges. Practicing detachment from constant complainers allows us to safeguard our tranquility, ensuring that we do not internalize their negative outlook. This approach encourages us to engage with individuals who bring positivity and support, fostering an environment of mutual respect and understanding. Through these Stoic teachings, we learn to cultivate relationships that uplift rather than drain, preserving our serenity and upholding the values of wisdom and emotional equilibrium. The first tactic involves practicing gratitude. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of appreciating what we have and recognizing the abundance in our lives. By routinely reflecting on these positives, we can counteract negative influences and maintain a balanced perspective. A practical way to implement this is by keeping a gratitude journal, noting down the things that bring joy and fulfillment each day. This habit shifts focus from what is lacking to what is present, nurturing a mindset rooted in contentment. Another Stoic technique is the art of reframing. When faced with complaints or negativity, Stoicism encourages us to reinterpret these experiences through a positive lens. Ask yourself, what can be learned from this situation? How can this challenge contribute to my personal growth or resilience? By seeking value in adversity, we transform potential setbacks into opportunities for development. Additionally, Stoicism advises cultivating an inner dialogue that prioritizes positivity. By consciously choosing words and thoughts that reflect optimism and hope, we reinforce a mental environment that repels negativity. This internal dialogue becomes a powerful ally, guiding us through turbulent times with clarity and strength. Also, practicing mindful detachment allows us to maintain composure in the face of constant complaints. Stoicism teaches us to observe without absorbing negativity, acknowledging its presence without letting it influence our state of mind. This detachment is not about ignoring reality, but about choosing a serene response. Lastly, surrounding ourselves with individuals who embody positive values and attitudes can significantly influence our mindset. By building a supportive community that shares Stoic principles, we create a resilient network that fosters mutual encouragement and strength. These tactics collectively serve as a robust framework for handling negativity, enabling us to lead a life aligned with Stoic virtues of tranquility, wisdom, and joy. The overly critical individual often imposes excessive judgment, scrutinizing the actions and traits of others with an intensity that can deeply affect self-esteem and trust. Their evaluations are not always constructive and may stem from their own insecurities or an attempt to assert dominance. Such critics often focus on flaws rather than strengths, magnifying minor issues and creating an atmosphere of doubt and inadequacy. This persistent criticism can erode a person's confidence, making them question their abilities and worth. It not only damages personal relationships, but also stifles open communication and growth, as individuals become hesitant to express themselves for fear of judgment. Stoicism offers profound insights into handling harsh critics with grace and composure. A fundamental Stoic principle is the understanding that we cannot control others' opinions, only our response to them. By internalizing this, we can maintain our peace of mind despite external negativity. Stoicism advises practicing emotional resilience by focusing on our intrinsic value rather than seeking validation from others. Instead of allowing criticism to undermine our self-worth, a Stoic reflects on the feedback objectively, discerning whether it holds any merit for personal growth. This approach enables us to use criticism constructively, transforming it into an opportunity for self-improvement without it affecting our self-esteem. Stoics also emphasize the importance of setting boundaries to protect our mental and emotional well-being. By defining the limits of acceptable criticism, we can prevent unnecessary negativity from infiltrating our space. Furthermore, Stoicism encourages us to engage with those who appreciate and inspire us, fostering connections that nurture trust and mutual respect. Through these teachings, we cultivate an environment where constructive feedback is valued and harmful criticism loses its influence. By embracing Stoic wisdom, we champion self-confidence and trust, leading a life grounded in resilience and integrity, unshaken by the winds of criticism. Cultivating emotional resilience against unwarranted criticism through Stoic practices begins with a shift in perspective. Stoicism teaches us that our worth is not determined by the opinions of others but by our own virtues and actions. When facing criticism, it is important to remember that we control our reactions, not the perceptions of others. This empowers us to filter out negativity and focus on what truly matters. One key practice is the art of detachment. Stoics suggest maintaining a calm and composed stance, acknowledging criticism without letting it penetrate our self-esteem. By observing criticism objectively, we can assess whether it offers any insights for growth while discarding baseless judgments. This allows us to protect our peace of mind and stay aligned with our values. Another Stoic technique is the separation of facts from interpretation. When criticized, pause and consider whether the feedback is based on truth or merely an opinion. This discernment helps us respond with clarity, choosing a measured approach over emotional reactions. Additionally, Stoicism encourages cultivating an internal dialogue focused on positive affirmations. Remind yourself of your strengths and accomplishments, reinforcing your confidence and self-belief. This internal support acts as a buffer against external negativity, ensuring that your self-worth remains intact. Stoics also advise practicing gratitude, which shifts focus from criticism to appreciation of the positive aspects of our lives. By reflecting on what we value and cherish, we strengthen our emotional resilience and reduce the impact of negativity. Lastly, surrounding ourselves with a supportive community that shares our values can provide encouragement and perspective. Through these Stoic practices, we develop a resilient mindset that empowers us to navigate criticism with grace and composure, fostering a life grounded in tranquility and inner strength. The jealous are individuals who often struggle with feelings of envy, which can deeply impact trust and respect within relationships. Jealousy arises from a sense of inadequacy or fear of losing something valuable, leading to emotions that can skew perceptions and undermine the foundation of trust. When someone is overwhelmed by jealousy, they might act possessively or suspiciously, attempting to control certain aspects of the relationship to alleviate their insecurities. This behavior can lead to misunderstandings and conflicts, as the jealous person may misinterpret innocent actions as threats. The constant questioning and distrust can fracture the bond between individuals, making it difficult to maintain a relationship built on faith and honesty. Jealousy not only affects the person experiencing it but also those around them, as it introduces tension and doubt, potentially eroding mutual respect. From a Stoic perspective, envy is an emotion that arises from focusing excessively on external factors and comparing oneself to others, leading to unnecessary turbulence in life. Stoicism teaches us that our sense of fulfillment and contentment should come from within, rather than through external validation or possessions that others may have. By cultivating inner virtues, Stoics encourage us to focus on our personal growth and achievements rather than on what others possess. This shift in perspective helps to neutralize envy and foster a sense of gratitude for what we have. Stoicism also advises embracing the concept of control, recognizing that we cannot influence others' actions or possessions, only our reactions to them. By accepting this, we learn to let go of jealous tendencies, focusing instead on self-improvement and the development of our character. Through the cultivation of virtues such as wisdom, courage, and justice, we can elevate our interactions, ensuring they are rooted in trust and respect rather than envy. By integrating these Stoic principles into our lives, we maintain a healthy emotional balance and nurture relationships that are grounded in integrity and mutual appreciation. This approach not only shields us from the corrosive effects of jealousy, but also enhances our ability to appreciate the richness of our own lives, fostering an environment of genuine trust and respect. Overcoming envy with Stoicism involves embracing gratitude and fostering self-contentment as powerful tools to combat jealousy in relationships. The first step is practicing gratitude, which shifts focus from what we lack to appreciating what we have. By regularly expressing gratitude, either through meditation or journaling, we cultivate a mindset that recognizes the abundance in our lives, reducing the space for jealousy to take root. This gratitude practice helps us notice the positive aspects of our relationships, emphasizing what we value and cherish about them rather than comparing them to others. Stoicism also encourages us to focus on self-contentment. This means finding satisfaction within ourselves, independent of external influences or possessions. By developing a clear understanding of our values and goals, we can align our actions with our personal virtues, creating a sense of fulfillment that isn't contingent on outside achievements or recognition. This self-contentment fosters a sense of peace and happiness that cannot be easily shaken by jealousy. Additionally, Stoicism teaches us to be mindful of our thoughts and emotions, observing them without judgment. By becoming aware of envious feelings as they arise, we can address and understand their roots, redirecting our focus toward positive and constructive thoughts. This self-awareness allows us to tackle jealousy head-on, transforming it into an opportunity for personal growth and reflection. The philosophy also emphasizes the importance of focusing on what is within our control. Instead of fixating on what others have, we can concentrate on what we can do to improve ourselves, which ultimately leads to a more fulfilling and content life. By integrating these Stoic principles, we strengthen our capacity to rise above envy, nurturing relationships that are built on trust and mutual respect. This approach not only safeguards our emotional well-being, but also enhances our ability to appreciate the richness of our own lives, promoting a harmonious and authentic existence. The irresponsible are individuals who often exhibit a lack of commitment and accountability, traits that make them unreliable. This behavior can manifest in various ways, such as consistently failing to meet obligations, neglecting responsibilities, or making commitments they cannot keep. Irresponsible people may prioritize short-term pleasures over long-term stability, leading to a pattern of broken promises and unmet expectations. This lack of dependability can be frustrating and disruptive, particularly in environments that rely on cooperation and trust, such as workplaces, families, or friendships. The consequences of irresponsibility are significant. They erode trust and credibility, diminishing one's ability to be counted on by others. Over time, this can lead to strained relationships and lost opportunities, as individuals become wary of relying on someone who frequently lets them down. From a Stoic perspective, trust is grounded in the consistent demonstration of reliability and integrity. Stoicism teaches us that trustworthiness is a reflection of one's character and aligns with living virtuously. By failing to uphold these virtues, irresponsible individuals compromise the foundation of trust necessary for authentic and meaningful connections. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of responsibility and accountability as central tenets of a virtuous life. The philosophy encourages us to take ownership of our actions and commitments, recognizing that our reliability forms the basis of others' trust in us. By practicing diligence and honoring our obligations, we build a reputation of dependability and integrity. This not only strengthens our relationships but also deepens our personal sense of fulfillment and purpose. Stoicism advises us to be discerning in our associations, valuing those who demonstrate consistency and reliability. By surrounding ourselves with responsible individuals, we create a network that supports mutual trust and respect. Through this practice, we protect our inner peace and foster environments that prioritize accountability and authenticity. Ultimately, embracing responsibility allows us to cultivate a life that aligns with Stoic virtues, reinforcing relationships that are built on a solid foundation of trust. Embracing responsibility with Stoicism begins with understanding that our actions are a testament to our character. Stoic philosophy teaches that by taking responsibility, we uphold our integrity and demonstrate our commitment to living a virtuous life. The first step in fostering responsibility is self-awareness. By reflecting on our choices and their consequences, we become more mindful of how our actions impact ourselves and others. This introspective practice encourages us to make decisions that align with our values and promotes a sense of accountability. Stoicism also advises cultivating discipline, which involves setting clear goals and adhering to them with consistency. This commitment to discipline strengthens our resolve and enhances our ability to meet obligations reliably. By prioritizing tasks and managing our time effectively, we create a structured approach to fulfilling our responsibilities. Another Stoic principle is the concept of accepting what we can control. This means focusing our energy on actions within our sphere of influence, allowing us to take ownership of our choices and their outcomes. By acknowledging our role in every situation, we accept that we are responsible for our responses and the consequences they bring. Furthermore, Stoicism encourages the practice of self-improvement. By continuously seeking ways to enhance our skills and knowledge, we not only fulfill our responsibilities but also contribute positively to our communities. This pursuit of growth empowers us to be better equipped to handle obligations with competence and confidence. When it comes to encouraging responsibility in others, Stoicism suggests leading by example. By embodying the virtues of reliability and accountability, we inspire those around us to embrace similar values. Offering guidance and support can also help others recognize the importance of their commitments, fostering a culture of accountability. Stoicism teaches that by nurturing a sense of responsibility, we cultivate relationships based on trust and mutual respect. Through these principles, we rise above the challenges of irresponsibility, fostering a life that thrives on dependability and integrity. This Stoic approach not only strengthens our connections but also aligns our actions with the enduring values of wisdom and virtue. The opportunist is someone who tends to put their own needs and desires above all else, often at the expense of trust and respect in their relationships. Opportunists are skilled at identifying situations where they can benefit, frequently disregarding the impact on others. They might build alliances or friendships based on convenience, readily abandoning them when another opportunity presents itself. This behavior erodes the foundation of true relationships, as their loyalty is primarily aligned with personal gain rather than genuine connection. Opportunists often rationalize their actions by prioritizing outcomes over principles, believing that the ends justify the means. This mindset can lead to a trail of broken trust and unmet expectations, leaving others feeling used and undervalued. Stoicism offers an important caution against engaging with opportunists. The philosophy emphasizes the value of principles over outcomes, teaching that true fulfillment stems from living virtuously and maintaining integrity. By understanding that genuine respect is earned through consistent and honorable actions, Stoicism encourages us to cultivate relationships built on mutual trust and reliability. Stoics value authentic interactions, favoring connections that enrich our character rather than those driven by self-interest. In discerning the presence of opportunism, Stoicism guides us to focus on the intentions behind actions. A Stoic mindset prioritizes honesty and sincerity in relationships, seeking to understand whether individuals act out of respect or self-serving motives. By remaining vigilant and discerning, we protect our peace of mind from the disruptions caused by opportunistic behavior. In our interactions, Stoicism teaches us to embody the values we wish to see in others, fostering a community grounded in authenticity and respect rather than opportunistic pursuits. Through this lens, we navigate relationships with wisdom and clarity, ensuring that our connections are defined by trust rather than temporary advantage. By embracing these Stoic principles, we protect our inner tranquility and create a life aligned with virtue and integrity, steering clear of the fleeting gains promised by opportunism. This approach reinforces a network of genuine support and respect, allowing us to flourish in environments that celebrate truth and reliability. Guarding against opportunism requires cultivating awareness and establishing boundaries that safeguard your integrity and relationships. The first strategy involves keen observation and discernment. By paying attention to patterns of behavior that prioritize self-interest over mutual respect, you can better identify individuals who might exploit situations for personal gain. This awareness allows you to maintain a cautious stance, ensuring that commitments and relationships are based on authenticity rather than convenience. Stoicism encourages setting clear boundaries, a practice that holds great importance when dealing with opportunists. By defining and communicating your limits firmly yet calmly, you protect your interests and make it clear when someone crosses a line. This practice not only prevents exploitation but also reinforces respect for your boundaries, fostering a relationship dynamic grounded in mutual understanding. Additionally, Stoics advise practicing emotional detachment, which involves separating personal worth from external validation or approval. By not tying your sense of value to the perceptions of others, especially those who seek to benefit at your expense, you maintain your inner peace and self-assurance. This self-reliance acts as a shield against manipulative tactics, enabling you to stay true to your values and decisions. Stoicism also teaches the importance of aligning actions with principles. By prioritizing virtues such as honesty, integrity, and reliability, you create a moral compass that guides your interactions. This alignment ensures that your connections are based on shared values, making it difficult for opportunistic behavior to take root. Another Stoic strategy is cultivating a supportive network of individuals who share your values and can provide guidance and perspective. By surrounding yourself with trustworthy and principled allies, you create an environment resistant to opportunism and rich in genuine support. This network offers strength in numbers, allowing you to navigate relationships with confidence and clarity. Finally, practicing self-reflection enhances your understanding of personal values and motivations. Regularly assessing your desires and goals ensures they align with your principles, minimizing vulnerabilities that opportunists might exploit. This ongoing introspection reinforces a foundation of integrity and self-awareness, empowering you to make decisions that uphold your character. Through these strategies, Stoicism equips us to navigate relationships with opportunistic individuals by fostering authenticity and virtue. By guarding against opportunism with wisdom and vigilance, we protect our peace of mind and nurture relationships based on trust and mutual respect rather than fleeting advantage. This Stoic approach not only fortifies our emotional resilience, but also ensures a life enriched by genuine connections and lasting fulfillment. The indifferent are individuals who often display a lack of empathy, making them challenging to trust and respect. Indifference arises from an emotional detachment that leaves others feeling unimportant and undervalued. This apathetic nature prevents them from truly understanding or caring about the feelings and needs of those around them, creating a barrier to genuine connection. Their interactions often lack warmth and compassion, as they are primarily concerned with their own interests, dismissing the emotions and perspectives of others as irrelevant. This emotional coldness can lead to a disconnect in relationships, as people begin to feel isolated and ignored. Indifferent individuals may not offer support or validation, leaving those around them without the empathy needed to foster trust and mutual respect. This behavior can be particularly damaging as it erodes the foundation of trust that is essential for meaningful interactions. When someone consistently exhibits indifference, it becomes difficult to rely on them for emotional support or understanding, as they might not acknowledge the significance of others' experiences. Stoicism advises caution in engaging with indifferent people, as their lack of empathy prevents the nurturing of relationships based on compassion and trust. The philosophy encourages us to seek connections with those who demonstrate warmth and understanding, valuing the emotional bonds that enrich our lives. By recognizing the limitations of indifference, we can protect our peace of mind and prioritize relationships that foster genuine respect and empathy. Through this Stoic approach, we ensure that our connections are defined by mutual appreciation and care, steering clear of the emotional desolation brought by indifference. This wisdom not only safeguards our emotional well-being, but also reinforces our commitment to living a life aligned with empathy and integrity. Building empathy with Stoic practices involves cultivating awareness, understanding, and connection with others. The first technique is practicing active listening. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of truly hearing others, not just their words but also their emotions and intent. By focusing entirely on the person speaking and resisting the urge to formulate responses prematurely, we demonstrate respect and create a space where they feel valued and heard. This encourages open dialogue and deepens our understanding of their experiences. Another important Stoic technique is the art of perspective taking. In everyday interactions, Stoicism advises us to consciously put ourselves in others' shoes. By imagining their circumstances, motivations, and feelings, we foster a sense of empathy that bridges differences and promotes harmony. This practice enhances our ability to relate to others, fostering connections that are rooted in mutual respect and understanding. Stoicism also teaches the importance of humility, recognizing that we do not possess all the answers and that others' perspectives have value. By approaching interactions with an open mind and a willingness to learn, we cultivate an environment where empathy flourishes. This mindset encourages us to view each encounter as an opportunity for growth and connection, leading to richer and more meaningful relationships. Furthermore, Stoic philosophy encourages compassion, which involves acknowledging the shared humanity and struggles of others without judgment. By extending kindness and understanding, we break down barriers and strengthen the emotional bonds that enhance trust and respect. This compassion not only benefits others but also enriches our own lives, as it aligns with the Stoic virtues of justice and wisdom. Finally, practicing gratitude and reflection helps us appreciate the people in our lives and the lessons they offer. By regularly reflecting on our interactions and expressing gratitude for the insights and connections they provide, we nurture a more empathetic and understanding outlook. This gratitude shifts our focus from self-centered concerns to the value of our relationships, fostering a spirit of appreciation and mutual care. Through these Stoic practices, we cultivate empathy and understanding, transforming our everyday interactions into opportunities for connection and personal growth. This approach not only enhances our relationships but also aligns with the Stoic commitment to living a life grounded in virtue and compassion. By embracing these techniques, we create a nurturing environment that values the richness of human experience, reinforcing a community built on empathy, integrity, and respect. The aggressive individual often resorts to forceful behavior as a means of asserting control, leading to significant trust issues in relationships. This type of person may exhibit a pattern of intimidation or hostility, creating an environment where others feel uneasy or threatened. Aggressive behavior often stems from unresolved internal conflicts, manifesting as an outward attempt to dominate or manipulate situations. This can create a cycle of fear and mistrust, as those around them may struggle to predict their reactions, leading to a breakdown in communication and mutual respect. The unpredictability of an aggressive person can make it difficult to establish a foundation of trust, as others may constantly be on guard, wary of potential outbursts. Stoicism offers valuable insights into handling aggression with composure and maintaining our inner peace. Stoicism teaches that while we cannot control the actions of others, we can control our responses to them. This means choosing to remain calm and composed in the face of aggression, refusing to let their behavior dictate our emotional state. By practicing emotional detachment, we create a buffer that shields us from the negative impact of aggressive actions. Stoicism encourages us to view aggression as a reflection of the other person's struggles rather than a personal affront. By maintaining a perspective rooted in empathy, we can approach the situation with understanding, acknowledging that their aggression is a sign of their own turmoil. This outlook helps us avoid taking their behavior personally, preserving our emotional equilibrium. Furthermore, Stoicism advises setting and maintaining clear boundaries. By calmly asserting what is acceptable behavior and what is not, we protect our space and demonstrate that aggressive actions will not be tolerated. A Stoic approach also involves focusing on constructive communication, choosing our words carefully to de-escalate tensions rather than incite further conflict. This thoughtful engagement can foster a more harmonious environment, facilitating the possibility of building trust over time. Lastly, Stoicism promotes practicing self-awareness and mindfulness, allowing us to remain centered even in challenging interactions. By staying attuned to our emotions and reactions, we ensure that our responses align with our values and virtues, upholding the principles of wisdom and tranquility. Through these Stoic practices, we navigate aggressive behavior with resilience and patience, fostering an atmosphere where trust and respect can eventually take root. This approach not only protects our emotional well-being, but also reinforces our commitment to living a life grounded in integrity and peace. Maintaining inner peace in the face of aggression is a central tenet of Stoic philosophy, which offers a variety of exercises to help us remain tranquil amidst turmoil. The first Stoic exercise is practicing mindfulness, which involves staying fully present and aware of our thoughts and emotions without judgment. By observing our feelings of anger or frustration as they arise, we can choose not to be swept away by them. Instead, we remain calm, acknowledging their presence and allowing them to pass without acting impulsively. This mindfulness creates a space for rational responses rather than reactive ones, enabling us to stay grounded even in heated situations. Another helpful Stoic exercise is the practice of premeditatio malorum, or premeditation of evils. This involves mentally preparing for potential challenges by envisioning possible scenarios and considering appropriate responses. By anticipating aggression, we equip ourselves with strategies to maintain composure, thus reducing the shock factor and enabling a more measured approach. This foresight provides a buffer against emotional upheaval, allowing us to respond with calm resolve. Stoicism also encourages the regular practice of reflection, whereby we assess our daily interactions and how we responded to challenges. By reflecting on past experiences, we can identify what helped us remain peaceful and what triggered unrest. This reflection strengthens our ability to handle future confrontations with grace, learning from our experiences to foster resilience. Furthermore, Stoic philosophy teaches the importance of focusing on what we can control. When faced with aggression, it is crucial to realize that we cannot change others' behavior, only our own reactions. By centering our efforts on our responses, we conserve energy and reduce the frustration often associated with futile attempts to change external circumstances. This controlled focus empowers us to maintain stability and peace. Additionally, Stoicism advises practicing the dichotomy of control, prioritizing inner virtues over external disturbances. By valuing qualities such as patience, understanding, and forgiveness, we build a robust inner framework that withstands external agitation. Through this exercise, we cultivate a mindset that thrives on self-mastery, ensuring our peace of mind remains untouchable by outward aggression. Lastly, Stoic teachings emphasize the power of empathy, encouraging us to view aggressive behavior as a manifestation of another's inner struggles. By adopting a compassionate perspective, we refrain from taking aggression personally, reducing its emotional impact on us. This empathy not only supports maintaining our tranquility, but also aligns with the Stoic commitment to understanding and tolerance. Through these Stoic exercises, we develop a resilient capacity to maintain inner peace in the face of aggression, fostering a life centered on wisdom, tranquility, and strength. This approach not only protects our well-being but also upholds the values of Stoicism, reinforcing a life lived with integrity and calm assurance. The deceiver is a master of falsehoods, weaving intricate tales designed to mislead and manipulate. These individuals thrive on deception, often presenting themselves in a favorable light while hiding their true intentions. They might create elaborate narratives that blend truth with lies, making it difficult to discern reality from fiction. The goal of a deceiver is often self-serving, seeking to gain advantage or control by misleading others. This deceitful behavior can have far-reaching consequences, undermining trust and respect in relationships. When someone is frequently deceptive, it becomes challenging to rely on anything they say or do, as their words and actions lack consistency and honesty. This constant uncertainty can erode the foundation of trust, leading to strained interactions and broken connections. Stoicism provides profound insights into why trusting deceivers is perilous. The philosophy emphasizes the importance of integrity and truth as cornerstones of a virtuous life. Trust is built on the expectation of honesty and reliability, qualities that deceivers fundamentally lack. Engaging with individuals who habitually deceive can lead to disappointment and disillusionment, as their motives are often hidden beneath layers of deception. Stoicism advises maintaining a distance from such individuals to protect one's peace of mind and uphold personal values. By recognizing the signs of deception, we can safeguard ourselves from being entangled in dishonest schemes. Stoicism encourages us to focus on cultivating relationships with those who demonstrate genuine integrity and sincerity, valuing truth over manipulation. This approach not only preserves our emotional well-being, but also reinforces our commitment to living authentically. When faced with deception, Stoicism teaches us to remain grounded in our principles, ensuring that our actions align with our values of honesty and transparency. By embracing these teachings, we steer clear of the chaos caused by deceit, fostering a life grounded in trust and respect. Stoic vigilance against deception involves cultivating a heightened sense of awareness and caution, ensuring that our relationships are grounded in honesty and truth. The first step in fostering this vigilance is developing keen observation skills. Stoicism advises us to pay close attention to inconsistencies in words and actions, as these can be red flags for deceit. By observing the behavior of others with a critical yet calm mind, we are better equipped to detect subtle signs of dishonesty, such as evasive language or shifting narratives. These observations allow us to discern intent and protect ourselves from being misled. Another important practice is embracing skepticism without cynicism. Stoicism teaches that while it is healthy to question and seek clarity, it's essential to maintain an open mind. This means critically evaluating information while being receptive to truth. By balancing skepticism with openness, we foster a mindset that values accuracy without becoming overly doubtful or distrustful. This balance helps us navigate relationships with a discerning eye, ensuring that we are cautious yet fair in our judgments. Stoicism also advocates for regular introspection, allowing us to reflect on our own biases and assumptions. By examining our perceptions and beliefs, we can identify potential blind spots that might cloud our judgment. This self-awareness enhances our capacity to view situations objectively, reducing the risk of falling prey to deception. Through regular introspection, we strengthen our inner clarity, making it easier to recognize and address deceit when it arises. Furthermore, cultivating patience is key to Stoic vigilance. Deceptive individuals often rely on haste and impulsive decisions to cloud judgment. By practicing patience and taking time to process information, we create space for thoughtful consideration, allowing us to see through attempts at manipulation. This deliberative approach ensures that our decisions are based on careful analysis rather than rushed conclusions. Lastly, Stoicism encourages surrounding ourselves with individuals who value truth and integrity. By choosing companions who demonstrate honesty and transparency, we create a support network that reinforces our commitment to truth. These relationships offer a foundation of trust and provide a safe space to discuss and explore concerns about potential deception. Through these Stoic practices, we cultivate a vigilant mindset that safeguards our relationships against deception, ensuring that they thrive on authenticity and mutual respect. This approach not only protects our peace of mind, but also aligns with the Stoic commitment to living a life grounded in wisdom and truth. The selfish individual is characterized by an overwhelming focus on personal gain, often at the expense of others. These individuals prioritize their own needs and desires, showing little regard for the impact of their actions on those around them. Selfish behavior creates an environment where trust struggles to thrive, as their decisions are typically driven by what benefits them regardless of consequences to others. In relationships, this self-centered approach erodes mutual respect, as the selfish person fails to consider the feelings or needs of their counterparts. This often leads to broken promises and unmet expectations, as they prioritize short-term gains over the well-being of others. Their actions can create a cycle of disappointment and frustration, leaving those around them feeling undervalued and disregarded. From a Stoic perspective, selfishness is a behavior that is fundamentally at odds with the principles of virtue and integrity. Stoicism teaches us that true respect is earned through consideration and empathy, qualities that selfish individuals frequently overlook. The philosophy emphasizes the importance of placing the collective good above personal interest, understanding that meaningful relationships require reciprocity and mutual support. When dealing with selfish individuals, Stoicism advises maintaining a degree of emotional distance to protect our peace of mind. By recognizing the self-serving nature of their behavior, we can adjust our expectations and interactions accordingly. This approach helps us avoid the pitfalls of disappointment and frustration, ensuring that we remain grounded in our values. Stoicism also encourages us to cultivate relationships with those who demonstrate selflessness and generosity, valuing connections that enrich our lives rather than those that drain us. By embodying the virtues of altruism and empathy in our own actions, we set an example for others and foster an environment where respect is genuinely reciprocated. Through this Stoic lens, we learn to prioritize the well-being of the community over individual gain, steering clear of the disruptions caused by selfish behavior. This commitment to living virtuously not only enhances our relationships but also aligns with the enduring principles of Stoicism, fostering a life grounded in integrity and mutual respect. Practicing generosity is a cornerstone of Stoic virtue, emphasizing the importance of giving selflessly and with authenticity. In the realm of Stoicism, generosity is not merely about material gifts but encompasses offering time, attention, empathy, and kindness to those around us. This practice fosters a spirit of connection and trust, creating relationships that are built on sincerity and mutual respect. The Stoic virtue of generosity encourages us to look beyond our own needs and consider the well-being of others, recognizing that our actions can significantly impact those with whom we interact. By practicing generosity, we build a community founded on support and understanding, strengthening the bonds that unite us. A key aspect of Stoic generosity is intentionality. It is important that our acts of giving are motivated by a genuine desire to contribute positively, rather than seeking recognition or reward. This mindset ensures that our generosity is sincere, resonating with others and fostering a culture of respect and gratitude. Furthermore, Stoicism teaches us that generosity contributes to our own inner peace and fulfillment. By focusing on the needs of others and acting with kindness, we shift away from self-centered concerns, cultivating a sense of contentment and joy. This shift not only enhances our personal well-being, but also creates an environment where trust can flourish. Generosity also plays a significant role in fostering resilience and empathy. When we give selflessly, we develop a deeper understanding of the diverse experiences and needs of others, enriching our perspective and enhancing our capacity for compassion. This empathy strengthens our relationships, enabling us to navigate challenges with grace and understanding. In addition, practicing generosity encourages us to adopt a mindset of abundance. By recognizing that we have more than enough to share, we minimize the fear of scarcity and create a space where kindness becomes a natural extension of our daily lives. This abundance mindset reinforces the Stoic belief in living a life of virtue, where our actions are guided by wisdom and benevolence, Ultimately, through the Stoic lens, generosity is seen as a powerful tool for cultivating genuine and lasting relationships. It invites us to engage with others in a manner that is grounded in respect and empathy, ensuring that our connections are enriched by authenticity and care. By embracing the virtue of generosity, we align ourselves with the enduring values of Stoicism, reinforcing a life that thrives on integrity and mutual support. Throughout our exploration of Stoicism, we have identified the individuals who pose challenges to trust and respect in our lives. From manipulators to deceivers, and from gossips to overly critical people, each of these types can unsettle our inner peace and integrity. Stoicism offers timeless guidance, encouraging us to maintain emotional resilience and live according to our values. By practicing discernment and authenticity, we can recognize those who might not deserve our trust and respect. It is crucial to reflect on our relationships and consider how these principles apply in everyday interactions. Stoicism teaches us that while we cannot control the actions of others, we have the power to choose our responses. By aligning with Stoic virtues such as wisdom, courage, and integrity, we can navigate human relationships with clarity and grace. This approach not only protects our own well-being, but also cultivates a community grounded in authentic connections and mutual respect. As you ponder the insights shared, I invite you to consider how the teachings of Stoicism can illuminate your path to living a life enriched by truth and virtue. If you found this journey insightful, do not forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and hit the notification bell to stay updated with future content. Thank you for joining us, and may Stoicism guide you toward a more authentic and fulfilling